Right, take the slack. I'm halfway. I'm halfway. Yeah. Keep going. Keep going, keep winding, keep pressure on. Okay. Keep going. Yeah, keep going, keep winding. Right, I'm up. I'm up. Right, can you tie me off? And then move to the red for this, for the genoa. Yeah. And wind that, see if you can wind that up. Don't know if it will. Is it? Okay. See if you can take me up a bit more on blue. Yeah. Hold it there. Okay, I'm ready to, hang on, ready to come down. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. A little bit.
I was in your way. Right. Yeah, that's as tight as I could get that, look.
Right. Okay.
Even using that on it, I couldn't tighten it.
So why did I climb the mast? Well, actually, it was the second time I'd climbed the mast in about 3 days. We've been having some trouble with the jib sail, and that's in high winds. It doesn't fold away. We can't furl it away correctly. It's better. It's a lot better with the thinner furling line, but still it's high winds now. And also the jib stay kept getting in the way when we were using the genoa. So number one, I went up the mast to take the jib stay down. But also we've been having trouble for a long time actually with the genoa itself, and that's been jamming, and I thought it was the furling line crossing over, but it's certainly it hasn't been that. We've been having to drop the sail, and then actually the furling line, once we've dropped the sail and reset it up, we've been able to furl it away without doing anything with the furling line, so it's not being crossed. But what we'd noticed just recently, been getting some clanking when we've been either furling or unfurling the line. So I went up the mast to have a look at that, and what I found was we weren't able to actually hoist the sail high enough. So At the top, and it's difficult to see because I was wearing a head cam, but at the top the mechanism wasn't engaging correctly at the top of the mast. So what had we done? Well, we've had to raise the sail up a bit. This strop was seated directly on that fixing point there, and we were that much short, what, 250 mil short at the top, and it was because of that the halyard fixing wasn't engaging correctly, bits were sticking out, and it kept jamming. So we've had to lengthen that by that amount. Forgive me, I haven't put any seizing wire on this shackle yet. It's just a temporary setup just to see how it all functions. It certainly functions a lot better now. It furls away beautifully, it unfurls beautifully. Before it was unfurling halfway and jamming and sticking, and then it would come out. So we'll see. Means now that the bottom of the sail actually clears the guardrails as well. So we'll see how that fares. So another motoring day by the look of it. Zero wind and we're pushing into it. we're generating nothing.
Tell you what, let's buy a sailboat and have peace and quiet.
Yeah. Oh well. At least this grey mist, murk, 5-6 days of rain.
Six almost solid days of rain.
Seems to have broken. The greyness hasn't yet, but it's lifting and looking ahead. Yes, it looks even better now. So a run down to Gigha. It's 32 miles to go.
While everybody else is in the heat wave, we've still got our coats on.
Well, yeah. So we've just dropped into fog. Got about half a mile of visibility at the moment. The sun is burning through up there, but it's not managed to do anything. So we've come out of bright sunshine, blue skies, straight into a fog bank. On the way to Gigha. It's about 16 miles ahead of us. We have got some islands about a mile away from us at the moment. I am on the safe side. Engine.
Sounds in front of us.
Yeah, there is. There's something coming towards us. It's off our starboard side, a good half mile away. Doris Bell. Oh, I can see land.
Oh yeah.
I've just seen some pots.
Oh bad.
Hey?
I said, oh bad.
Behind us.
Oh.
White ones.
Oh shit. Oh, it's clearing in front now.
Yeah. we keep going at this, quite happy. And just like that, we're out of it.
I think it's a pot anyway, or is it a bird? A tiny little white one?
I think it's a pot.
Yeah.
So the fog has lifted, we can actually see land over there. We've got the engine off. I can hear an engine ahead of us somewhere, but yeah, we've suddenly got loads of visibility. So that was just a bad patch. We're back into blue sky.
Going? And what's that over there? Birds.
Birds.
Hey, what happened there?
We're in a
dead spell.
Yeah, we've just lost our speed. Wind's gone. There's the Isle of Gigha. It's about 4 miles away to the northern end, and then we've got about 4 miles to run from there. And over there is Jura. The clouds are breaking, clouds are clearing. It's like a mill pond again here. So we've arrived on Gigha. We've come alongside a pontoon. Janet thought it'd be easier for her to get on and off. So yeah, do that. Just got changed. Actually got shorts on. So yeah, nice run down. Only a little bit of sailing. Very light winds, but on the nose. So it was motoring most of the way, including the fog. So we're going to be here a couple of days, I think, on this, and then we'll end up going around the island, I think, and probably end up in Twin Beaches for a bit. A lovely spot.